will try to record this entire thing. You guys rotate main. I probably would have calmed your tank if you're on main. You need to back up here. Okay. I mean, it's not your fault that the Orisa died, but if your Orisa does die here, especially your first fight, you have no picks, you cannot be walking main here. You are just hardcore feeding. You need to be backing up and resetting for your tank. I don't know, in a fight this early like this, if tank's down, you need to regroup, wait for him to get back, and then you can push in. Because you're putting yourself at risk like crazy. You guys are down. Oh, still taking a little early. Nice. Probably kill this in here. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. This is what I was just talking about. These situations, you can kill this sim here, but you cannot be scoped in versus here. You need to be doing what I told you. Like right here. If you can hit an unscoped into a scoped, into an unscoped honor here, obviously they need to be all headshots. You can have some body shots and probably still kill her. You can kill her. But if you're just hard scoping in at this range, you're making yourself really vulnerable to the enemy team. Sim can't headshot you here, so it doesn't make a difference. But it's just not a good habit to be hard scoped in at this close a range.
Behind you.
Because you definitely could kill Sim there. That's unlucky. But focusing on this angle is not a bad idea. Nice. Who's all dead? Your tank is dead. You guys have one pick. Kind of a rough spot. You're gonna finish that. I would have backed up there. I was really focused on you there. But if your tank is dead there and your Reaper, I probably would have. Or not your Reaper. Your tank was dead though. I would have backed up there because the Ryan immediately sends it up here. I think you just need a bit more awareness with who on our team is alive or dead. If the tank is dead, it's a really big deal. Going up here is pretty good, yeah. Not bad. Taking on all angle. Attack the high ground here. Queen is being destroyed. Not bad. Hide for a bit. You heard the May just wall up, so she's gonna be on your right. She's gonna be on the right in a second, yeah. I don't know if like you don't have a headset or the headset is just not that great, but you can very clearly hear the May walling up there. I would have, the second I heard her there, I would have just backed up here. I mean, you can turn to try to fight her, but probably I would have just backed up here and just waited for your tank to come back. Why are you going here? You can't get angles from peeking over there. Yeah. Kill the run, you gotta kill the run here. Okay. Side.
Do something!
Yeah, I wouldn't have bobbed there if it's just the May. Obviously, you're panicking there a little bit because it's like if you lose that fight there. But considering it's just the May, it's probably better is to hold Bob. Bobbing the point like that is not a bad idea if their entire team's there and they're about to flip it. That's a good Bob on the point, but not when it's just the May.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, it's good. wouldn't be like hard scope in here.
Thank you kindly.
What you can also do with this Ana, because if you headshot her, she's immediately gonna know you're looking at her. You can also hit her with an unscoped headshot first, immediately into a scoped headshot, and then an unscoped headshot. I believe that kills 250, and that can catch him off guard because the unscoped into scoped happens so quickly. Whereas scoped here, if you're just staying hard scoped in, it's a bit. I mean, if you hit back-to-back headshots, you can kill her, but there's just it takes longer for the shots to go off. But that's an option. I mean, staying scope there's not fair. That's far enough. I don't know. All the good actions this year are always mixing in those. See, and if you had Bob here, if you had saved Bob, you guys have a chance of winning this fight. Even though they have Ana, Bob could contest the points, so they're not able to cap it. But because you don't have Bob now, it's pretty hard to win this. Oh, you can kill her with an unscope there. Where's cap point? Cap point here. Let's find a cap. I would not be staying on the point here. After you cap the point on Nepal here, especially if you're an Ashe, like hit scan, once you cap the point, holding on bridge here is the most powerful spot to be in. You have sight lines on them come from here, and they're forced to contest the point, so you have sight lines on the point. It's why bridge is such a powerful spot on Nepal on this map. You don't want to be on the point. You have to cap the point, but once you cap it, you do not want to be standing out. You can contest it every now and then, but if you're playing Ashe, you just want to be on that bridge. And see, the Zen here, yeah. I just wouldn't have been there. I would have held bridge control, and it forces so many angles. Not a bad idea. Down to Lucio though, it's nice back up. Okay, I like it. Ooh, it's unlucky. Just want this fight though.
I'm a man on a mission. Stay out of my way.
This is where I want to be. This is a pretty good spot. Ooh, gotta be careful that run shatter. Okay, huge shatter. Push on back, not bad. You almost have Bob here.
Pass into the eyes.
Do something.
That's an okay Bob. It doesn't have line of sight on the point. Where'd you throw it from? Let me see.
Pass into the iris.
Do something.
It's not bad. I mean, you could have tried to thrown it. I mean, you gotta be careful throwing it over this gap because it can fall in the gap. This one's fine. I mean, this Bob's guaranteeing the kill on the Zen. Honestly, if you want to make it a little bit better, you can maybe throw Bob right here. It's probably in a better spot, because this Bob is going to get guaranteed the Zen kill, but a Bob here would also be pressuring the point. So probably this corner would be better, I think. I think it just covers way more angles. Versus back here, it's only covering the sight line, really, and the Ryan's safe from the Bob. You gotta back up here, you gotta back up here. Your team's clutching it.
Let's get back in there.
That warms the bones.
Take this.
Forcing the Ryan off the point, though, it's not bad. That's what I'm talking about. Even though you have to give it up there, you're forcing the Ryan to come to you. That's why you should hold that position as much as you can. That's better. And Bob, what's better than the previous Bob? Wasn't the worst thing ever.
Smoke him out of there.
Yeah, I prefer holding another. You can get on top of this this elephant here too. I've seen people do that as well on Ash. Although actually, I don't play a lot of Ash. I'm not sure if that's the top of the spot. If you want, oh, you gotta get the shot. You gotta get the shot. Yeah, I think on the right side you can get way more kills if you're just mixing in some scoped on scope combos. I think just like a spamming hard scope the entire time it's taking way too long for some kills in this range. Disengaging though at least, which is good.
That's better.
Kinda unlucky. I would have peeked there a little bit as well. Let's take some back. Good thing said. Got a hard reset here. Bob's turn. Zen's going crazy mode. Where's scoped in here? I think it's scoped in. Yeah, just staying hard stuff for too long. I think it's making it even more.
Now to show me business. Bob, do something!
Yeah, you gotta be careful with. I had a feeling this was gonna happen. You want to throw the Bob on the point. First off, if you're gonna throw, I think you threw Bob like directly at the pillar. If you throw Bob directly here, like I'm not even talking about the Mei. If you throw Bob directly here, the entire team can just kind of play behind here and have cover from it. You want to ideally be throwing Bob like on point, like back here, because they have like no cover here. The only cover they have is standing here, which is like directly by your team. Like they have to stand in line on a fire of Bob or your team. But besides that, if they have a Mei, you need to be really careful of when you're throwing Bob, because any good Mei player is just going to wait for you to throw it and then swallow it off, and your Bob is totally useless. So you just need to be keeping track of what they have on their team, Mei especially. If you know she has wall up, you can't be throwing Bob down like a long straight way like this, because it gives the Mei so much time to wall it off. Get out. Where do you get frozen here? Where's the center of it? That's right there. With mate, you took a little bit too long, I think, to hide from this. You have to react right away if she's throwing it. If you break line of sight of the drone, I think it barely has you line of sight. Yeah, it barely has you line of sight. If you break line of sight of the drone, you will not get frozen. So if you react quickly enough, you can crouch down here and it will not freeze you. But I think you just took too long and you're still like, your hat's like barely inside of the drone, which is how she gets here.
Requesting backup.
You could even be playing up top left there. That's not as rough a spot to be playing. As long as you're aware of Reaper's keeping up.
Smoke 'em out.
You gotta try to shoot. Yeah, it's okay. What is up there? Like right there, I'd be using some scope shots.
She's gonna blow.
Okay.
Objective is under attack.
Alright.
Get on it.
Not much, like, position-wise. Yeah, the only thing is there, if you kill the Ana there, you can probably win that fight. But it's just an aim thing.
冻住，不许走。Back from
Okay.
the bone.
You still recording? I'm still recording. Okay, biggest things for this one. Definitely, I don't know. Okay, like if you have long sight lines, it's fine to be hard scoping. I mean, it's good to be hard scoping if you have long sight lines. When you're like, just like during like the first fight, when there was like Ana and Zen here, they're so close to you. Like hard scoping just puts you at risk, and it also just takes much longer to kill them. Like you have to be hitting, like I don't know, like 2 back-to-back scoped. It puts you at so much risk being this close. Like I think you're right here. Like you're this close to someone staying hard scoped. You need to be utilizing what I like at this range. You can definitely go for the unscoped, into scoped, and then spam a couple unscoped, and you can kill someone really quickly with that. And you're more mobile, so you're a bit safer. I think you definitely need to be utilizing that because you're not going to be able to like have like your perfect long sight lines on Ash in every situation. For these close quarter engagements, you have to be utilizing unscoped, scoped, and then a couple more scoped, or there's a lot of different ways you can do it. You can also do a scoped headshot, then a couple unscoped headshots, and that'll kill him. And then you can always go into like I think it's like scoped, unscoped, unscoped, scoped. There's a lot of different stuff you can do, but just having some unscoped in there just makes you more mobile and you can kill more quickly. So there's that. Your big thing with your bobs in general, I think you just gotta try to be throwing bobs in a spot where it's very hard for them to kite. Like I think throwing like a bob, like I said earlier, like throwing a bob back here really puts them in a shit spot. Like it's very hard for them to avoid it. And if they have something like a Mei, you need to be really aware of whether or not she has wall, because she just totally denied your ult. It got 0 value because of the wall. So I think those are the biggest things, at least from this. I think for you ranking up, just learning that unscoped into scoped and getting the rhythm down, I think just learning that will help you tremendously in the close quarter engagements. I think you struggle with these like close quarter engagements on Ash because you're trying to force just staying hard scoped.